Oh, what a week! I can't wait to just sit down and finally get that Death Stranding 2 Crying out loud. Hello? Yeah, that's me. Not really, no. I'm about to play some Death Stranding. My MOT expired how many weeks ago, sorry?
There's never enough time for anything anymore, is there? Always something you should be doing that isn't what you want to be doing, i.e. playing video games. Another meeting at work, another pile of clothes to iron, another evening where you have to somehow think of what you want to eat again.
Yeah. Just on the rear brakes, do I definitely need those?
Is it any wonder I've been unable to make any real progress towards my goal of earning 5 platinum trophies this year since popping the Astrobot Platinum back in January? I'm just so time poor, woe is me. I suppose it doesn't help that the games I really want to platinum are so massive you're talking a good 150 hours to get everything done. I spent 3 entire weekends doing nothing but finishing off all the roads and monorails in Death Stranding 2. And so, as a sort of tonic to the demanding grind of platinum trophy earning, I thought we'd focus this week on a list of short, calming, cosy games that all but guarantee you a platinum without having to break either A, a sweat, or B, your time budget.
So, here are 7 easy platinums for tired gamers. We've got you.
The first easy platinum is Wonderstop, a cosy game about running a tea shop for intrepid adventurers in the middle of the woods. And yes, it really is every bit as charming as that sounds. Your character, Alta, is regaining her fighting skills after burning out, while adorable tea shop owner Borrow encourages her to stay and recover by helping out.
It really is true. Nearly every problem can be fixed with a nice cup of tea, especially if it's in a Skyrim mug.
The game encourages you to take your time and live in the moment. You can pay as much or as little attention as you want to the requests of customers. There are no time limits, and you're never punished for doing something wrong. Borrow will remind you multiple times to slow down, to be comfortable with doing nothing, and to not overthink things. Wonderstop is as much an antidote for the hyper-intensity of modern life as it is a video game. And even when it's a video game, it's about planting flowers and making tea.
The game also includes the best tea-making contraption, which, as a Brit, I really appreciate.
Just look at this beauty. In a way, it's the perfect encapsulation of what the game is trying to teach you. Find beauty in the little things. Take time to relax. Allow yourself to be creative. The trophies you can earn back this up too. There is no official word on how you unlock them, but most players report them popping based on the time you spend playing. There are no hidden collectibles or grindy combat sections. Just pure, unadulterated relaxation for 8 to 10 hours.
It really is a beautiful game, and if you haven't played it yet, consider doing so. No pressure though.
Easy platinum number 2 is charming indie puzzler Mckette, a game that offers 3 main things: a heartfelt exploration of relationships narrated by Hollywood's Bryce Dallas Howard and her real-life husband Seth Gable, a unique set of challenges based on the concept of recursive scale, and an easy platinum that you can earn in just a few hours.
And if you're here for the latter, the Bryce Dallas Howard and recursive scale things are just nice little bonuses.
Like its namesake, Mckette offers a large concept in a relatively small package. Move thing in model, thing moves in real life. Now solve puzzles. That might sound complicated, but it's remarkable how intuitive these puzzles are, despite Mckette's main mechanic being so unusual. You'll reach the solution before your brain starts to overcook, but not before you've got that toasty feeling of completion.
See also the platinum.
The trophy requirements are refreshingly simple. You'll definitely unlock 10 of 23 just by completing the game. There are 5 more you'll earn through light exploration, or you'll get them when mopping up the other 7, which involve completing the speedrunning levels in a pretty generous time frame, especially so given you've solved the puzzles already.
And before you know it, all done. That's the name of the platinum trophy, by the way.
The third Easy Platinum was suggested by staff writer Connor, who seems determined to swarm the entire channel with crafting content. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Even if you don't get the Lego thing, you will get why this is relaxing.
The games are accessible for children, so the challenge is gentle, platforming collectathon action wrapped in a vibrant Star Wars blanket. What's not to love?
Well, there's Jar Jar and the pod race, and I mean literally the whole of episode 2. I never liked Boss Nass.
David, let yourself enjoy things. You'll be able to slide into the Platinum Trophy like Anakin slides into that river of lava in Revenge of the Sith. Yes, there are 9 episodes, a literal galaxy of planets and 10 billion studs to collect, and that is quite a lot, I get it.
To be honest, 100 hours for Platinum maybe feels a little bit at odds with the thrust of this video, but they are 100 stress-free, therapeutic hours.
If you like Star Wars, you like Lego, and want to zone out to the comforting sound of plastic on plastic set to a John Williams score, you simply can't go wrong. If the sound of playing a game about moving house leaves you with overwhelming anxiety, then I'd completely understand. But I'd also then say, hey, don't worry, you should still play Unpacking, which is basically the incredibly satisfying inventory management from Resident Evil, only minus the evil.
Resident, then. Moving resident. They should have called it moving.
Unpacking is better.
This is comforting pixel art home management accompanied by wistful synths and plinky guitars. And if you want to get philosophical, a melancholy exploration of the character's life via her possessions, through which we can deduce all sorts of information. But if you're not looking to view someone through the lens of their worldly goods and draw conclusions about the transitory relationship between objects and their owners, or the metaphysical question of whether a physical object can truly capture the intangible essence of a human's existence.
And I assume you're not, because you're here watching a list feature about Easy Platinum trophies.
Then you can just vibe out and enjoy all the tidying, with the added joy of receiving a trophy for doing so. You'll probably earn them all in one 4-hour playthrough just by clicking on random objects in the game.
If only there was a trophy for cleaning in real life. I might actually feel inclined to do it.
Easy Platinum number 5 is Jules, the brilliant movement game that, despite being about mountain climbers, is the furthest thing from that free solo documentary you can get.
Which is good, because in this video we're looking for games that don't give you heart palpitations.
Not to say the game isn't exciting, there's plenty of puzzles and tense traversal-based action to be found in the mysterious world of the receding tide, but it is quiet, both literally and figuratively. You'll spend the majority of your playtime hearing nothing but your own grunts, or the sound of rustling paper as you peruse the letters left by the tower's former inhabitants. Every once in a while, that meditative melancholy is punctured by a score so beautiful it feels as though it's almost physically carrying you higher.
It's a wonderful game that you should play even if you aren't a trophy hunter.
But that's why we're here, so let's talk about trophies. As with most of the games on this list, the requirements for the Platinum are short and sweet. Complete the game, gather collectibles on the way, and then polish off the leftover miscellaneous tasks. And you can do all that in one evening if you're lucky. One of those rare Saturdays where you've got the house to yourself, the chores are done, and the evening is yours for the taking.
So order the takeaway, crack open a beverage, and prepare to exercise those trigger fingers. I will be better after my kebab.
Next, we come to a game that some will argue doesn't fit the traditional definition of relaxation. That game is Maneater, and the reason it's potentially controversial is because you might think sharks eating people is neither calming nor enjoyable.
And you'd be wrong, because sharks eating people is actually both of those things.
Playing Maneater is such a wonderfully over-the-top experience. There's nothing quite as cathartic as watching the hope drain from the eyes of the living as they're torn apart by a vicious aquatic predator, especially when they're terrible people who definitely deserve it.
It's also just the ultimate in wish fulfillment, isn't it? You know, this is the video game everyone's wanted ever since Jaws.
The cherry on the blood-soaked people cake is that it never gets boring either. 10 hours is all this platinum trophy will take you, and then you can display it forever in your virtual trophy cabinet. All you really need to do is hit level 10, 6 of which you'll get by default, and find all the collectibles, something you can manage in a few evenings, fueled by fizzy drinks and sharing packs of crisps.
You're gonna need a bigger bowl.
The final easy platinum is another one that Starfighter Connor holds close to his heart, and that is, I quote, the supremely overlooked and underrated PS2 platformer Tai the Tasmanian Tiger. So, is this just blind nostalgia talking? Well, on one hand, it's a perfectly enjoyable 3D platformer from the early noughties whose world and characters stand out through sheer Australianness.
Which, side note, is brilliant.
And on the other hand, it's also lots of fun. No negatives? Well, if you want a window into the mascot platforming past that also happens to feature the ripperest didgeridoo-laden soundtrack of 2002, then Tai's your fella.
Well, tiger. He's a Tasmanian tiger, not a human.
So there's no excuse for not jumping into this PS2 era time capsule, especially not the difficulty. You basically just have to finish the game and find all the collectibles, which isn't too hard if you're willing to pay the slightest bit of attention. Or look at a guide, either works. And once you've picked up all the collectibles the standard levels have to offer, the devs throw another shrimp on the barbie and chuck a few bonus levels your way to make sure you're properly fed before handing you the platinum.
Which I must say is really rather bonzo of them.
Terrible.
Thank you.
And that was 7 easy platinums for tired gamers. If you enjoyed this video, it's easy to leave a like, and almost as easy to leave a comment telling us your favourite easy platinum down below. And if you want to see more videos like this every Friday and keep up to date with the world of PlayStation, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
PlayStation